to get a message from you saying, I saw your interview, I learned some shit. First of all, I want to say that I look up to the whole alcoholic. Let me just say, phenomenal. I love you guys' music. So to have somebody like you reach out to me was truly humbling and flattering. So, and I had your number right there, and I used to always think, what would I call the guy for? I want to talk to him, but I don't just want to say, hey.
You know why I did that though? Is because, like, I like when people do that to me. You know what I'm saying? And the reason, I know Soren too. Soren, you still owe me an interview too, motherfucker. Don't think I forgot. You say, yeah, we gonna do it next Friday. Yeah, okay. But now Soren, he do the gangster. What's it called? The gangster.
Oh God. The history of gangster rap.
History of gangster rap. Yeah, but that's my peoples and everything. But when I first moved to LA and everything, like I said, those Roadium tapes and everything, that was a big part of, like, the type of shit I want to hear. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So your name was in it, and you know, countless other names was in it and everything. So it's like I heard the name so much, and I didn't know what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So when I saw you that one time, I said, let me get this dude his flowers real quick to see if he because I see, with me being from Ohio, I probably did more LA shit than a lot of these LA motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I was 13 when I moved out. I'm 50 now. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So around 50. But what was I saying? The nicest thing I think you could do to somebody is acknowledge them for the shit they did. Why they, like everybody say, give flowers. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And if I called you before, I might hit you before the term was real popular. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I was just like, man, I grew up on that name, I'm sure if he a DJ and he from LA, he heard of the Alkaholiks and everything.
Yes.
Let me build that. Let me just reach out to him.
Yes.
You never called me back. But we're here now. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But the reason I did that is because we was looking for a deep. No, I'm just playing. I was playing. But,
shit, I was
playing. But nah, man, you a dope dude and shit. And you still are a hip hop person, even with the bullshit that's going on. Where this is what everybody always asks me what I think about the music that's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm evolved with the music, but I ain't gonna change my style. You know?
Yes.
So I just think that the only thing that pissed me off is that when we was kids, I mean not kids, but you know, going to the clubs and shit early in LA and everything, I remember during the course of the night they would change the sound up. You know what I'm saying? Like they'd play an NWA song.
Right.
Then they'd play some whatever else from New York, Big Daddy Kane or something.
Right.
Then they'd play some woo woo. Then I play some older than that hip hop. Then I play some R&B and shit. Then everybody start dancing slow. Remember them days? And
yes,
shit?
Yes.
I'm about to bring it back because me and my man Alain right here, we about to throw this club on Saturday nights. We already got one called Now or Later. It's in Hollywood every Friday. When
Now or Later?
Yeah, when I get my Instagram back, y'all can go there and see where it's at. I'm still thinking about the motherfucking Instagram. But anyway, like I said, you know, that's what we're gonna bring back. We're gonna play the dope, we're gonna play the dopest shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
no matter if it's a kid, you know, if it's a 20-year-old making it or, you know, 40-year-old. You know what I'm saying?
You know, if I can request certain songs, go back to playing at least one or two slow songs. But
I'm gonna bring it back because I think that's the element. See, when the materialistic shit that's going on right now. I know the chicks like that, so they go to that. You know what I'm saying? This and that. You know, I'm gonna have people with money up in there, but we're gonna make the rules different. You know what I'm saying? Yes. We're gonna bring back all that good shit. I went to a not a kiddie club, but I went to like a new type club and everything. And there wasn't nobody dancing. Only thing was just niggas standing on the couch, just throwing champagne up and doing all this. Mm-hmm. But wasn't nobody move, but wasn't nobody dancing. You know what I'm saying? It is and that. But
no, back in the
day, I ain't saying I'm no hell of a lover boy dancer or no shit like that. But I think that's what bring the chicks out, man.
Yes.
And you know, that's what the people, you know, I'm gonna bring a whole different element to LA.
That's dope. That's dope. So you know, my brother used to DJ at a club in Long Beach called Grand Central Station, and this is like during the time that, remember the deal with like Body Talk, Prince, Let's Work, you know, the Barcades do it. It was during that era of the '80s, and then every once in a while, close to the end of the nightclub, when it was about to close, he would play a slow song, and that's the first time I ever heard of fucking "Do Me Baby," and I fell in love with Prince. You know, so Prince is like my dude. So play at least one or two slow songs.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it back to the old LA shit, man.
Hell yeah. Okay, now
Water the Bush.
Now let me ask you this, okay? Your album drops, your first album drops 1993.
Right.
Okay. I know the answer already, but I'm asking for the fans. It drops. What was the response that you guys were getting back when your album dropped? It's just 21 and over.
At that point, we had really traveled a lot, so I didn't really see the impact of the country and shit. You know what I'm saying? But LA, man, it wasn't no beating that feeling, because one, it was around a time where the industry, I'm not gonna say it was watered down, but it was more like, how do I describe it? It was real popish right about then. Yeah. And we was coming in on the hip hop shit, and people was accepting it, you know. And when you get a lot of compliments from your peers, and I'm talking about before the
social media
likes and all this shit and everything, when people coming up to you like, man, that shit right there, you know, it ain't no beating that feeling. We felt like we won the championship, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
And you know, it was unreal, because I think we was I'm trying to think of our age group. I mean, how old we are then. We're then. But we really felt like rap stars. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were watching all these motherfuckers like Big Daddy and all these guys and shit. And then all of a sudden, you know, all this shit get landed on us. Right. And now we driving Benzes and Vets and apartments and lofts and all this shit and everything. And it was overwhelming, because I knew that it didn't start there, man. We put in
a lot of work.
We put in 12 years before that. No, it wasn't 12 years. I'm tripping. 6 years.
Yeah, but you got paid dues.
Yeah, but a lot of that was through King T though too. Yes. You know, because if King T's a superstar and we ride with him, they want to hear what we got to say too. So that helped. So I always give it up to King T, man. Like,
absolutely,
take it back to him.
Absolutely. I heard you share a story, and I thought it was fascinating. Correct me if I'm wrong. You spoke to Biggie, rest in peace, and he shared that he possibly, or he did, or he was inspired, motivated by King T's first album.
We back to King T again, yeah. Well, no, I'm playing. Biggie basically did like this. People don't realize this, but before all the beef and all that shit,
right?
We was on a tour with Biggie when his first album came out. I think we was on our second album or something like that. And just the relationship. That's why with all the Pac and all that, everything, you know, how that transpired and everything. Like, in the middle of that, we was really thinking in our head like Biggie's our homeboy, you know what I'm saying? Right, and then when it turned into an East and West Coast thing, we always been the type of group that, you know, they book us probably more in New York than they do in LA, and that's sad, because we claim LA.
Yeah.
And, you know, we need to be on them festivals and shit. Whoever be doing the festivals out here, we got an entertaining act that, you know, we would love to, you know, we'd love to be on them summer jams and all that shit, you know what I mean? Every time we do them, it'd be with Exhibit, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so I think that, you know, the same people that book Exhibit, you know, give us our 10 minutes. But Biggie, he basically, when we first met him, you know what I'm saying? He was like, man, I want to say he said that, the reason because Biggie chose us to be on this tour, you know what I'm saying? There wasn't no management and all that shit, hooking the shit up and record label shit, and we was tripping like, damn, Biggie Smalls want us to be on it, you know what I mean? So this is when he's cracking, like, he's super cracking right now.
Yeah.
Headlining big ass shit, you know what I'm saying? And there's some little ones too, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, he used to tell us that King T, he used to play King T in Brooklyn, and he was like, nobody was really fucking with the West Coast back then. He was trying to explain it to him, like, listen to this nigga lyrics, and everything. And he just said, like, point blank, he said he was, I don't know the correct way to say it, because it was so long ago and everything, inspired, got his style. He definitely told us that. He said, listen to my shit, and then listen to old King T first album or something, you know what I mean?
Right.
And we did it, and we was tripping. We was like, damn. But he didn't say, I bit his style. He didn't say like that. He just said, like, what you think I got my, you know, listen how the Brooklyn niggas was rapping. Look at, he just gave, you know, hella credit to King T, and we was to trip, because I don't know what King T was going through back then. I think he was doing some shit with he was working on an album or something like that. But every day Biggie be like, man, it'd be dope as fucking y'all to bring King T on this tour, man, just so I can say we did that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, he used to respect the fuck out of King T, and I used to really trip. Like, I wish King T could hear this, you know?
Right.
And, you know, but we used to call Tila all the time with him, like, look, who want to talk to you and shit.
Right.
You know, but.
You know, I'm going to say something, and I want to give you your flowers from the fans. This is probably the 5th time, or if not the 6th time, that I've said this to one of my guests. Many times, when I post up the flyer, you'll get certain fans that will say something negative, or the majority of the time, mostly positive. you are one of those 5 or 6 artists that I've posted, and not one person had anything negative to say other than giving you your flowers, that this guy's a lyrical genius, this guy's a legend, hell yeah, this guy's amazing. And I have to agree with them on that. I have to agree with them because I love your guys' shit, man. I truly do. You know, even though I know we're good, but I'm a fan. I'm a fan. You know, whenever I interview an artist, you know what? I tell them, bro, I'm a fan of your shit. Like I used to listen to you. I used to bump your shit. You know, like I interviewed, for an example, Lonzo from the World Class Wrecking Crew, and I just told him, Lonzo, you don't realize that when I bought that album, and then come to realize that was the first West Coast rap or hip hop album, if you will. You know, even though it was probably called electro funk because of that fast stuff. Right. And I said, man, I used to frame that and put that on my fucking wall. And not knowing that one day I would be sitting across from you, chopping it up. So to me, those are memorable moments to be able to sit down with West Coast legends like that and yourself. So I just wanted to give you your flowers as well, man.